Perfect. Perfect. Yeah. Well, all right. Like you always say, welcome, welcome, welcome. Number one sports talking league. We ain't like the Falcons, we won't blow the lead. Look, all we talk is who that, who got cut and who back. Rookies in the vets, players you should look at. It's the sports coma, you don't wanna miss it. Got the pre-game, party, post-game statistics. Get a visit from Sway, maybe DC or 5. It's the hottest thing smoking, Big Q and the guys. Go to YouTube Live, make sure you subscribe. Interviews inside the Saints locker room high. Talk to Drew, Jordan, Zach, Peyton, New Orleans, who that nation. Best believe when I say we bleed gold and black. Ain't a miracle or rivalry could ever hold us back. No, Beastquake, Bounty Gate, let the truth be told. It's the sports coma, all we know is say Super Bowl. Yeah.
You're listening to the Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys on the PRO Media Network.
Can you guys hear me okay?
Sean, with the training camp portion now, just assess how you feel about how training camp went this year.
I would say this. Look, one of the things as a coach that you never know heading into the start of the season is where you stack up versus everyone else. Now, when you play preseason games, you do have a chance to get a look at your starters a little bit in week 1, a little bit more week 2 and 3, and so on. So it's one of those races I alluded to the other day that you're unaware really of how the other 31 teams are doing. I felt like we've gotten a lot accomplished. I felt like the last week and a half has been really good. Injury-wise, I think, knock on wood, I think we've handled that pretty well, and we've avoided some of the soft tissue injuries that can come up in training camp. But you know, it's not that far away here before we'll really get an assessment of where our team's at, and then we go from there. But overall, I've been pleased. There's still a number of things that we're going to have to work on next week in our game prep, and then get ready to go.
With the cuts coming tomorrow, is it more of a difficult process because you didn't have those preseason games? I mean, how did that kind of muddy it up for you?
Well, it's to some degree less exposure in game situations. We've tried to create those situations in practice. I think the one thing I just finished talking with the team about is, you know, the cuts take you to 53. That hadn't changed, but the practice squad has. And so the flexibility that each club has throughout the league, with 16 now on the practice squad, is pretty substantial.
Hey, Sean, just based on the roster that you had, coming into this camp, are the cuts tougher this season, or is it always just tough in a way?
I think, look, from experience, it can move to different position groups. You know, one season, you know, a few years back, it might have been linebackers or tight ends, and so I think that can vary. I do think the additional practice squad allotment is going to be a plus heading into this season, and you focus on a 53 and a 16, but really, you know, 69 is as your team, and I think, again, this year, to answer your question specifically, there'll be a few positions that'll be a little bit maybe more challenging than what might have been our decisions a year ago.
Sean, looking at the defensive end position, are you confident that Marcus Davenport can be someone who can be reliable just because of what he had to go through surgeries and injuries the last couple of years? Do you feel like he will be reliable there going into this season?
Yeah, absolutely. He's had a real good camp, and he's someone that I think is going to be an extremely important part of what we do defensively.
And just to follow up, Art, would you be in the market to find another defensive end? And specifically, I'm asking about Davion Clowney.
Yeah,
would that
look,
be someone that you guys would be interested in?
No, every year during the course of training camp, you're always looking, not only internally but externally. And if you feel like there's a player that fits a vision and fits a role for your team, we've done that throughout our time here. I think going back to 06, we brought in Semino right before the start of the season in a trade, and the same way with Scott Shanley. So we'll look closely at what options we have, and it would be only with the right fit. Specifically, I won't comment relative to just one player, but that's something I think every club is paying attention to, throughout the preseason.
That's a good way to deflect around the question, Coach Payton.
All right, thank you, guys.
Who that to the Black and Gold family members in the building. Much love to the beautiful Black and Gold faithful in the building. Once again, it's time for another episode of the Sports Coma coming at you live on this beautiful Friday, man. It was spectacular, gorgeous outside as well. Good to see the Black and Gold family members in the building. Who that to you? And welcome, welcome, welcome. You're now rocking with the Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys, where we have intense, entertaining, educating, and enlightening sport talk from your favorite sports family. I'm Big Q, host of the Sports Coma, and this is the Great Saint Think Tank, known as the best and the brightest of the Black and Gold Nation. And we are in the building, man. Good to see the beautiful Black and Gold guys chiming in the chat as well. Who that to you? Brother JT, who that to you? Superstar Louisiana boy. Good to see you in the chat as well. Darrell Freeman, who that to you? Brother Jerry, who that to you? Brother Troy, who that to you? 985 Live, who that to you? Jeremiah Smith, who that to you? That's who else we got going. Kenny Sutton, who that to you? What else we got? And all the family members chiming in. Uncle Paulie's in the building as well. And all the beautiful, Travis 504, I see your family as well. Who that to all the beautiful Black and Gold family members chiming in, please hit the like button. If I didn't give you a shout out, throw your name in the chat and I'll shout you out. In this episode, Ricky Jones, there you go. Who that to you? Ricky, good to see you, bro. Who that to you? Well, and that's what we're going to talk about on this edition of the Sports Coma. We're going to run down and give you a few observations from today at camp, as well as, this is getting to the end of it here. You know what I'm saying? This is pretty much what it is. Says tomorrow will be the cut down day. Tomorrow at 4, the Saints have to get cut down. Hold 'em, hook 'em TV. Who that to you? Good to see your family in the chat as well. And man, it's gonna be something. So of course, the training camp ended with full practice today, a full pad practice. And of course, tomorrow, Saturday, the Saints have to trim that roster down. So, man, it's here, man. We're getting ever so closely to that first week one. A lot of people say they're ready for some football. Man, I am too. And we're going to see what the roster look like. So we're going to do a little prediction today on this episode of the Sports Coma to try to determine what the 53-man roster would look like. Y'all feel free to throw y'all's up there as well and let me know what you guys think about what the 53-man roster will look like. But like I said, man, as far as the Saints news today, we'll cover a lot of the talking about Alvin Kamara. Nothing on the Alvin Kamara front as of yet, but man, it'll pick up really fast, really soon this weekend. As I'm anticipating, a lot of moves. I'm anticipating the contract with Alvin Kamara and them to be signed. I'm anticipating Davion Clowney's decision of what he's going to do as well in this one. So we got a lot we got some stuff that's percolating this coming up, and it should make a very interesting Saturday Saints talk. Who that to you? Good to see you in the live chat there. Crass is in the building as well as Kevin Hames. He says that Harns. Is that Harness or let me get that right, bro? Kenny Steve, good to see you in the chat there. Brother Verlin, who that to you? Brother Bishop, who that to you? Good to see you in the chat as well, bro. Peace and blessings to you as well, my friend. And Kelvin's in the chat as well. Harness is Kelvin Harness. Thank you, Kelvin. Welcome to the chat as well, my friend. From Mississippi, good to see you in the chat. Who that to you? And the Black and Gold family members as well. So without further ado, man, we're going to get right on into it. And I'm going to come back to the chat family. I won't hold y'all very long today. I'm coming at y'all toward the back end of the day for obvious reasons. But I'm going to go over some of the news and notes. Not much went on in camp, and we're going to jump right into it. So just give me a second. I'll share screens with you. And of course, as you can see, who that to you, Kenny? I see your family. Good to see you in the chat. And then, of course, observations. A few observations, not that many, from training camp practice Friday, September the 4th at the Oshner Sports Performance Center. Camp ends. That's right. It officially ends. It started and it ended. The C-19 camp is over with. So this is what they're seeing. Training camp full practice Friday for the Saints, who will trim the active roster to 53 on Saturday and will have a 16-man practice squad. I felt like we've gotten a lot accomplished, Coach Payton said, like you heard him say it momentarily. He ducked the hell out of that defensive end question, though. Oh, did he? And he said, I felt like the last week and a half has been really good. And then number 2, more backup reps. The starting quarterback, Drew Brees, once again did not practice for the 3rd consecutive day, giving backups Taysom Hill and Jameis Winston another practice to exhibit their respective grasps of the offense. And, of course, who wasn't there? Absences among the players who didn't practice were right tackle Ryan Ramczyk, defensive end Marcus Davenport, offensive lineman Cesar Ruiz. And Ruiz has had 4 consecutive days at the center with the starters after 5 straight at right guard before missing the rest of camp. Not good, man. Not good at all. Davenport, missing practice once again. Cesar Ruiz missing practice. Both of those guys are big for the Saints, man. Let me tell you what. You're going to need both of those guys. You're going to need both of those guys. I'm just keeping it real. And they missed camp today. So that says a lot about the Saints and some of the takeaways on September the 4th and the training day. Let's move on to, well, I won't go next. All right, let's go here. All right, let's go to this article right here. Now, I had some information probably going to pop up there on the screen with you guys about, actually, the article's right here. I don't think not. Hold on here. All right, I'll come back to it later on, but let me see. I had it up. I must have knocked it off, but I'll put it back up. All right, Saints 53-man roster projection. That's something we could talk about today on the show as well as we predict what the roster is going to look like. This is from Saints Wires, their thought process on what the roster is going to look like. And, of course, they use pictures, which is pretty cool. As you can see, the first one, that's Drew Brees up there. Then Taysom Hill, of course, Jameis Winston. Those are the 3 quarterbacks. Running backs is Alvin Kamara. Ty Montgomery is next. Latavius Murray is there as well. And then this guy predicting Dwayne Washington makes the cut. So he's predicting the Saints going to have 4 running backs, 1 fullback, and Michael Burton. Jared Cook is there, as long as Josh Hill and Troutman. And he says Stevens will make the cut as well. So he's going to have 4 running backs and 4 tight ends on the team. Let's see who gets shortcutted on the other end. All right, you got Armstead there, Andrews Pete, and of course, you're looking at McCoy, Ruiz, and then there's Ramczyk. No surprise there. Also, Nick Easton makes the team as well. Will Clapp makes the team. Ethan Greenwich makes the team. And James Hurst makes the team. So it's 4 backup, 4 offensive linemen backup, which is pretty smart. I like that. And then you go over to the wide receivers. Mike Thomas, of course, make the team. Emmanuel Sanders, Traquan Smith. As I've said, Traquan Smith makes the team. I don't think he's in danger. And then Deontay Harris. So who's the guy? In his opinion, is Juwan Johnson makes the team. So that's 5 guys. So Juwan Johnson makes the team at the 5th wide receiver position over Marquez Callaway, over LaJordan Humphrey, over Emmanuel Butler. Juwan Johnson. Now, he's a big physical guy. I just don't know if he's ready. I think Callaway is a little further along than him. But this is this guy's prediction. Morstead, of course, Lutz, and Zach Wood are the special team guys. And then, of course, going to the defense is Cam the Man Jordan, Marcus Davenport, followed by Trey Hendrickson. Mario Edwards Jr. makes the roster in his guy's opinion. Carl Granderson and David Onyemata. Sheldon Rankins. Malcolm Brown is there. Big Shy Tuttle makes the team as well, and that's all your linemen. Marcus Hunt doesn't make the team. Nobody else makes the team. Marcus Hunt gets released according to this. Linebackers are Demario Davis, Alex Anzalone, Zach Bowen, Craig Robinson, and Caden Ellis. And he also puts Joe Pesci in there, which I'm cool with that. And then you got Kiko Alonso there as well. So Joe Pesci, according to his stat, makes the team along with Caden Ellis and the rest. So let's keep it going. Then you got Marcus Williams in the secondary, along with C.D. Deuce, the artist formerly known as Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. Malcolm Jenkins is there, followed by DJ Swearinger. Then you have guys like J.T. Gray, who's there. Cornerback Marshawn Lattimore, Janoris Jenkins, Peanut Butter and Jelly Williams, Justin Hardy's there, and Keith Washington Jr. makes it. And that's all of the guys picked. So it's not bad. His picks right there. I like the Keith Washington pick to make the team as well. I do like that. DJ Swearing, I know he's going to make the team. The linebacker core gets a little younger, though. He keeps Kiko Alonso. Joe Pesci makes the team, which I think he should. So does Caden Ellis. I like him. Craig Robertson there. Notice Chiquillo is not in here. Anthony Chiquillo is not in here. And he doesn't have explanations. And this is coming from the Saints Wire, by the way, on why he chose what he chose. But Shy Tuttle is there. Malcolm Brown is there. Sheldon Rankins, of course, these are no-brainers. David Onyemata. Carl Granderson, that's a no-brainer. Mario Edwards Jr. is one that I'm like, I don't know about that one. I might have just pushed him off of there and kept Malcolm Roach, in my opinion, just to have a young guy in there, that can help out a bit. But, I'm not totally mad at that. And, of course, Trey Hendrickson there as well. But you might need to cut somebody anyway if Davion Clowney is in the plans. And, of course, Juwan Johnson makes the wide receiver position. And I don't know about that one. I don't know about Juwan Johnson making the team. I do like the backup offensive lineman. As bad as I want to get rid of Nick Easton, they're talking cutting this money down, which will probably be best for you to do if you want to keep him. But Sean Payton seems like you want him. But you have 4 tight ends. You have Tommy Stevens. You have Adam Troutman there, along with Hill and Cook. And then you kept 4 running backs, which is really surprising to me. You kept Dwayne Washington. Where a lot of people thought that they wouldn't, and they'll probably try to keep an extra wide receiver or something like that. But to keep 4 running backs because they like his production on special teams. But who knows? I don't remember too often the Saints. They've done it before, but I don't remember too often that they're known to keep 4 running backs, man. That's the thing that's really interesting. And of course, let's move to the talk about Davion Clowney, the latest stuff on Davion Clowney. And this is coming from NOLA.com. It's not too much going on except for some tweets that I did see about Davion Clowney saying that his agents and stuff are recommending that he waits until the release, everybody gets released and all the cuts happen tomorrow before he makes up his mind where it's to go. And I just think that's kind of stupid, man. You know, you've milked this damn thing for all the way up to the season, and I just don't. I mean, how long are you gonna milk it, man? Because if you're gonna be with the team, you're gonna have to go through the protocols and get tested and all that kind of stuff. And if you don't want any snafus to happen, you need to come with a decision. But he listening to these people, and they trying to get every little thin dime they can out of teams. You know, and he had opportunity from Cleveland to get the $15 million they want. Cleveland was gonna give him all the money. Cleveland's sitting on $40 million right now, and cap money over 40. And they were willing to give him the money. They were willing to give Davion Clowney. They had several teams that was willing to give him $15 million. He just didn't like the teams that were offering the money. He wanted the contender and the 15, which he won't get the 15 in my opinion. Recent reports and rumors on, the street are saying that it's 12. You know, Seattle still is interested in him as well. Tennessee sent him on offer, and it's up to the Saints. So we're hearing is the Saints is the favorite in the whole deal. The Saints are the favorite because of the fact that they're seen as the best team in the NFC, the most loaded team in the NFC, and most people's Super Bowl picks. They're also saying the fact that it's close to his home where he lives in Houston. So I mean, it's not that far off from those things, the contender status that he wants, and not too far from his home as well. So we'll see if they can pick up on Davion Clowney, as Peyton did smoothly. I ain't gonna lie, smoothly just moved right over there and start talking about old players. You just start talking about old people. Okay, this says Sean Payton wouldn't speak specifically about Clowney and the Saints' interest in the coveted veteran free agent, but Payton did talk about the team's willingness to pursue players even towards the end of the training camp. This coming from Rod Walker from NOLA.com. Every year during the course of training camp, you always looking, Payton said, not only internally, but externally, if you feel like there's a player that fits a vision and fits a role for your team. We've done that throughout our time here, going back to 2006 and Mark Semino right before the start of the season in the trade. Same way with Scott Shadley. And we will look closely at what options we have and would only be the right fit. And let's keep it going. The Saints are one of teams Clowney reportedly could be signing with. Clowney was #1 overall pick by the Texans. 2014, three-time Pro Bowler, spent 5 seasons before playing with Seattle in 2019. Best season statistically was 2017 when he recorded 9.5 sacks and 21 tackles for a loss. He earned all-team Pro Bowl, second-team All-Pro honors in that season. And Clowney was one of the biggest names entering free agency this year. One likely reason he's yet to sign is the amount of money he was looking to get. The Houston Chronicle's Aaron Wilson reported in March that Clowney was hoping for a deal that would pay him $20 million per year. He reportedly declined a $17 million annual average from the Dolphins. With the season starting next week, Clowney asking price has likely dropped. And like I've said, I've heard several people say that they wouldn't give him the money. That's not true. They had teams that, and I've showed the receipts on this show before, that not only there were several teams that offered him the money. They mentioned the Dolphins here. Also, Cleveland offered him the money that he wanted. Then he said, no, I don't like that many years. Then they came back with the money that he wanted and reduced the years, and he still said no because he doesn't want to play for a losing team. He wants to have a 1-year deal in which he could play for in a contender, win an opportunity to win the Super Bowl, and then bounce back to the market again for a payday. That's what Clowney's trying to do, and he possibly could do that. All right, let's keep it moving here. Saints safety Swearinger played in college with Clowney at the University of South Carolina and also played with him in Houston. They've been good friends since college, but Swearinger isn't sure what his former teammate will do. We'll see, Swearinger said. Hopefully he does sign with us, but whatever he's going on, he said, whatever he has going on, we'll let the chips fall where they may. And that's from Swearinger, letting them know that. So very interesting, man, to see exactly how this stuff will play. It would have been good to know, if we came to the point they would have asked, the situation, if the reporters would have asked if Coach Payton would have said, you know what, man, why are you looking at Davion Clowney in the first place? Is there something wrong with Davenport? This is a change from what you were doing, Coach Payton. Remember what you told us you was gonna do? Stick to the young guys. That's what you said. Now we're looking at Clowney. So they could have been got this done. In other words, been signed this kid, been put him in the camp, been got him. But we'll see what time it is. I still think the Saints have an opportunity and a shot. a shot at landing Davion Clowney because he fits all the parameters. They're going to give him the money, and rumor says it's about $12 million that he wants for 1 year. He'll come in as a starter. You'll push Davenport down. For those who want to know, Q, is he a starter over Davenport? Yes, he is. Davenport's missed some days at camp. He missed 4 straight days, and then he came back to camp, and then he missed today, the final day of camp. You know, so did Ruiz. What's going on with Ruiz? We'll know all this later on next week when they'll have to release those injury reports. We'll know exactly what's going on with all these players, and if Davenport is dealing with an injury. And that's perhaps like why, well, that explains it. If Davenport, such and such, he's on the injury list, then I say, well, look at that. How about that? And I've been saying it, man. It's just certain guys are snake bitten, and you got to walk with him. He has a lot of talent, but don't throw too much in his lap too soon is what I'm saying. That's why I was a fan of getting a veteran. Preferably, I wanted Everson Griffin because you'd have had him signed by now for $6 million. You wouldn't have to go to several players to clear up money. You would have had him signed here. He would have been a perfect fit, the best guy you could possibly have next to Cam Jordan. But I'm not mad about the Clowney move. You have to swing for the fences to land this man. So I think it's a pretty positive thing no matter how you slice it. But let's take a look. I'm going to see if I can pull up some latest moves right here on him. As I'm going to show you some receipts on a tweet that was said about a lot of the people saying that Clowney should, by all accounts, sit out and he's going to wait until, hold on here, let me see if I can pull it up. I just had it. And could you believe Jacksonville is monitoring the Davion Clowney situation? You know, isn't that absolutely insane? That's absolutely insane that Jacksonville is jumping into it now. They say at least 2 other teams, and then Jacksonville is jumping in there to try to make a last-minute push to get them Jacksonville. Okay, this is from, let me pull it up here. This is from the ESPN reporter right here. Just give me a second. I'll pull it up here. Thank you, Verlin. Appreciate you, Verlin, for your super chat, family. Appreciate you. And Tack Robinson, who that to you, Tack? Thank you for your super chat as well. Verlin and Tack Robinson, thank y'all. Appreciate y'all, fellas. Appreciate it. All right, just a second, family. I'll pull up the receipts for the Deanna Roussini piece here, so y'all can see the latest on this tweet, so you will know. Here's some of the receipts on the latest moves. Now, this is from ESPN's Diana Roussini, who's one of the NFL reporters that covered the sport for ESPN. And she was saying that the Saints are all in on Clowney. Sources tell me that they're sending a member of their coaching staff to Houston, where Clowney lives, to meet and discuss what is the best, what for New Orleans. He says, discuss why New Orleans is the best spot for him. Should have been done a lot early, man. They drag too much ass, man. The Saints really do. They drag too much ass. But at least they're going out there to see about the guy and try to make something for him. But it was also another tweet that I just seen not too long ago, where it was saying that he was advised by his advisors or handlers or whatever you want to call them. Okay. Let me see if I can find it. But yeah. Okay, I don't see it up there anymore, but I'm going to keep looking on it. Let's see if I could possibly find it. Because I remember seeing there was several articles saying that they're looking at Davion Clowney, that his people basically advised him to kind of wait till after free agency, the cuts were, so that he can possibly get more people coming at him. And I'm like, man, that's just ridiculous, man. They're just doing all kind of foolishness. That guy trying to get every little penny he can get, every little penny he can. But seeing that the Saints are doing that, man, the bottom line is that, you know, I applaud the move. I do applaud the move. I'm not the biggest Davion Clowney fan, but I do applaud the move because it gives the Saints a serious bookend defensive end opposite of Cam, and that is huge, really huge, because if you use that, if you take that mentality and then add it with the fact that with Cam and the fact that you can't you have to double either of those men, You can't, how do you, those guys are firing off the end, both freaks, and then you have to deal with the interior push of both Onyemata or Sheldon Rankins and Malcolm Brown. Any kind of combination of those guys is fierce. So the mere thought of having that completing part on the Saints defense turns the Saints defense into four fronts where you don't have to do nothing else. You can drop everybody into the passing lanes and send those four guys at them like the Giants did for so long. When the Giants, and I keep using this analogy because that's when I see when you put a Davion Clowney on a line with Sheldon Rankins and David Onyemata, Malcolm Brown, and then with Cam Jordan. The four, I mean, this gives the Saints the solid four, man. This is a magnificent front four. And to me, I think they'll look just like that Giants team when they've rushed those four and drop everybody else in coverage and can get pressure with four. And it changes the game, man, in a major way when you can get pressure with just four guys. I mean, I'm telling you, it makes it really difficult. If you look at what the Giants did in those years, Giants won Super Bowls with that front four when they're able to get pressure, and they always was up there because they had Strahan, Umanura, Justin Tuck, and then later on JPP came along. But the reality is that's what kind of line that starts to mirror. Sheldon Rankins, Onyemata's a beast, and then you got Cam there, and then you put the Davion Clowney up there, and then then Davenport off the bench, and then that's not even a NASCAR package. The NASCAR package would be Davion Clowney, Davenport on the edge. So you have Clowney on one side, Davenport on the other side. Cam kicks inside, and then you put your best interior pass rusher, which would be, to me, David Onyemata. Onyemata would be in there. So your NASCAR package would be Davenport and Clowney on the edge, Cam inside with David Onyemata. That's the NASCAR package. You blitzing four, dropping everybody else in the coverage with fast linebackers all over the place. The Saints defense will be a problem to everybody in the league, and that is the chip that puts the Saints over the head. That's the one that puts them up here. Everybody and their mama know the Saints was this, that, and the third. There was an article that came out that the Saints will represent the NFC South against the AFC representative, which would be the Kansas City Chiefs. So that's what they're looking. They say the Chiefs will more likely win. I was like, listen, if the Saints defense is where I think it should be, which is they just firing off the edges, getting pressure with the front four, rallying, and they don't even have to sack the quarterback, but the mere fact that you just knocking everybody around, you knocking old man Tom Brady on the ground, every other snap, you knocking him on the ground, hitting him upside his head, hitting his arm. You see what I'm saying? And with that type of firepower, you can be able to watch the secondary get exponentially better. You're going to see interceptions. You're going to see that type of stuff occur because not only the pass rushing aspect, if you can get him down here, it's also the fact that you can do a lot with him. You can drop him in the coverage if you need. Like you could pretend like he's going to blitz, then he'll jump back into the passing lane. You see what I'm saying? So it's a lot of stuff that you can do with an athletic freak like Davion Clowney, plus that extra additive of having him there as a security person to not only help you bring along Davenport, but remember, Davenport then becomes the situational pass rusher. And what that does is you can cycle those two in and out and keep them guys fresh in there. Like if you need Cam, you don't have to run Cam. Remember several years ago, the Saints were saying they wanted to stagger Cam's reps. You remember that? He wasn't a fan of that. He's like, I don't know if I like that. But that was because of the analytics at the time that they were talking about staggering his reps, right? Well, you can't stagger his reps because he's the most productive defensive end you have. So how would you then do that? Then you can cycle those guys in to keep him fresh, to keep Clowney fresh, put Davenport in there, let Davenport get his stuff. And that's what I'm saying. It extends out the life of Davenport where he can get deeper to the season. Plus, he'll learn from not only Cam like he's been, but from Clowney as well. But listen, the key to this whole thing is that you have never had a guy like Clowney that sits next to Cam's never had that compliment. The best guy that he's possibly ever had as a defensive end that played next to him was Glenn. What was it? I mean, some people might say Okafor. Some I don't know, man. I don't know. but none of them guys was any big name guys. He did have Will Smith toward the back end of his career, but Will wasn't at his prime. But you have other guys you have to think about, man. Like what's his face, Glenn, and there was a few of them, but none up to that level, man. None of them. But that's what I'll be really excited about, to be honest with you, family. So that's what's going on. Who that to the rest of the family members chiming in the live stream? All right, family, I'm gonna bounce back. I got one more interview I'm gonna play for you guys coming up here. Then we'll get into more of the Clowney talk. I got one more interview we got chimed up here, and this one coming from the man himself who we just got to talking about, DJ Swearinger. Gonna play what he thought about camp. Camp come to an end, family. Here's Swearinger. We'll have Swearinger's thoughts on camp. I'm gonna keep it real with you, man. Swearinger's a beast, man. He a player. He's a real player. So here's Swearinger breaking down his thoughts on camp. Thank you, Slade. Appreciate you, Slade. With your super chat, my friend. Much love to you and appreciate you. Here goes Swearinger.
Said here as well, just trying to find ways to get the ball out, whether it's punching the ball, whether it's picking the ball off. That is the formula that Coach Allen wants, and we just making sure we do what he asking us to do. So that's where that comes from.
And I also wanted to ask you about your week one opponent. I know you guys haven't installed or really scouted, but what are your impressions of what to expect from Tom Brady and a Bruce Arians offense? Be ready for anything, I guess? Yeah,
I'm most definitely ready for, knowing BA, I played 2 years under Coach Bruce Arians. I got a lot of respect for Coach. Coach loves to throw the ball. I think he has the quarterback that he really wants, and Tom Brady to take the deep ball shots. Brady still can throw the ball deep. They got some deep receivers, Pro Bowl receivers, Gronk at tight end, some backs. So they have, they passed the eye test pretty well. We just getting ready to do whatever we need to do as a secondary, as a defense, to keep those guys contained and try to get a win.
Next question is from Amy Just.
Yeah, this secondary emphasizes position flexibility. We saw it last year with PJ playing 3 different positions in one game. But to you, what makes y'all so dangerous because of that position flexibility?
It makes us very dangerous because, everybody can play anywhere. And when you have that as a secondary, it makes you very versatile. Us being a versatile secondary, we can confuse a lot of quarterbacks. We can play a lot of different guys at different places, and it just confuses the quarterback, gives them a lot of different looks. And we all have different games as well. So, any one of us can go out there and get the job done, and that's great when you're trying to build a Super Bowl team.
Have you played in a defense that emphasizes it this much?
Yes, I have. When in Arizona, a couple years I was there, my second year there, we emphasized just taking the ball away, and we ended up being the number 2 defense. So it's definitely able to be done if you put your mind to it and everybody buys into it. To be the most stingiest defense out there, it can be done.
Swearinger's a beast, man. Don't get it twisted. DJ Swearinger's the man, bro. He hadn't been able to stick with a lot of different teams, but if you watch the tape of Swearinger and how he plays, he's tremendous. He plays with heart and passion. He sticks his chin in there, and he brings a certain anger and aggression to the team. Good call, Tremal. He says Junior Gillette. Junior's up there, man. I'm gonna have to do some research on that, by the way, to see if we can find something about it. Venom Rage, who that to you, bro? Kai the Great 84, who that to you too, fam? Says Twitter has the article recommending him for a cut so teams can clear space. Big Q. Yeah, I seen that one, bro. That's the one that I was talking about. Matter of fact, I'll pull that up momentarily. But to get back to what I was talking about dealing with DJ Swearinger, he brings an anger and an intensity, man, to the team that I think we really need, man. I'm glad to have him here. And when we picked him up, I was like, yes, that's the type of dude that I really like, man. That's the type of guy that will help us out tremendously. Once again, thank you, Slade, for your super chat. He says, could you give my son Smith, Michael Smith, who that he's 9 and would get a kick out of it. All right, okay. Who that? Who that, Michael? Thank you, man. Who that to Michael Smith, man? Slade Smith's son, Slade Smith's son, Michael Smith. Who that to Michael Smith? Who that to you? He said, young. See, we got to show love to the young who that's. You know, I got two boys, man. They both who that's. And big ups to you, Slade. Thank you, man. Appreciate that, bro. Who that to you? To Michael Smith. So big ups to the young people. You got to get the young people love. You got to show them love, man. Especially the up and coming Saints people. You got to give them love, man. So who that to you? Who that to you? Michael Smith. All right, thank you, man. But yeah, I appreciate Swearinger's aggression, man, and what he brings to the team. And I'm just happy to have him here, man. I'm not gonna tell you no different, family. Absolutely love it. All right, so let me go back into the chat right here for a second, family. And you know, I'm trying to find that article so I can displace it for you. I was trying to place this article online for the family members, so that they could see the information. Because that's right, it was Pro Football PFT who said that, who did bring it down, who was talking about, you know, the Davion Clowney situation and the fact that his people recommended that he sits stand pat until after the cuts are made. And I'm like, man, this dude here is something else, man. This dude here is something else. Just take the damn money and go, dude. What you doing? But I guess, man, you know, if that's how it needs to be and that's how it need to work for you, I imagine so. You know, I guess you would do that. Try to see if you can maximize as much as you can, whatever you can do. All right, here's the article right here, family. I'm going to share it with y'all guys here once again. All right, report Davion Clowney advised to wait for cuts so suitors can, hold on here. All right, so suitors can clear advise him. It's Clowney's call. And that was reported by Deanna Roussini of ESPN Reports. I was looking for her tweet that said that. Now, reports surfaced Thursday. Matter of fact, that's the link. It should be the link right there. After I read it, I'm going to click on it, and that'll give us extra receipts. Reports surfaced Thursday that at least 3 teams were interested in signing Clowney. Saints sending out an all-out blitz, as it's termed, all-out blitz, everybody. And Titans coach Mike Vrabel confirmed Friday that his team offered Clowney a contract. Seahawks coach Pete Carroll indicated Thursday his team has left the door open for Clowney return. Though as it appears, Clowney will get more money elsewhere. It's not too late for another suitor to get involved. To play week 1, though, he will have to sign soon in order to pass the physical and clear the protocols. Now, the 3-time Pro Bowl has 32 sacks in 6 seasons. The Texans made him number 1 overall choice. He had 31 tackles and 3 sacks and an interception for the Seahawks last season. And he played through a muscle injury that he had surgery for, and he was reported as being healthy. So that's some of the information right there. Now, let me click this, and this should bring us right to Deanna Roussini's tweet, which it is. And that is the extra receipt. That's the original tweet that I seen. He says, I'm told that Clowney has been advised to wait for cut day to wrap up this weekend as teams involved, including others, could possibly have extra money to pay the free agent. Either way, it's Clowney's call. And that seems to be what it is. As you can see reports underneath here, a few people replied saying, if he wants to win a ring, go to New Orleans. Boy, that's a smart lady right there. I tell you what, that is a smart lady. But that is exactly what it is. And cut day, by the way, is tomorrow. The Saints have to get their roster down from whatever it is now, 80 people to 53 people in time, and also they'll be mixing in the 16 people for the practice squad. So all that'll be coming too. So that's a lot, man. It's a lot to say, man. Plus there's still indications and rumblings around the building that they want Alvin Kamara's contract done before week 1. So we'll see whether or not that's something that can shake and bake too. The Saints doing a lot. The Saints are doing a lot. They're trying to bring in Davion Clowney. And they're also trying to give Alvin Kamara that extension. They want all that done before before week 1 starts. And I'm giving them big ups for that, man. I'm giving them big ups for that. They've been dragging their ass. I got to give them that. But at least I can say that they're trying, man. But everybody in this mama know you could not go into that season with how that defense was constructed. I knew they was having injuries. We know they having injuries. They're just not reporting them. People, you might say, okay, the guy got to rest 1 or 2 days, but how you explain 4 days? But you can give him a 4-day rest, and he a young player, unless something is wrong. All right, let's look into the chat, man. Big ups to the family members chiming in the live stream as well. I know I got a few shout outs early on, but I was going over the reports with the rest of the family. Good to see y'all in the building as well. Slade Smith, once again, thank you for your super chat, and the rest of the family. Appreciate the super chat. Brother Tramal's in the building. Mr. Boombastic is in the building as well. Jerome, what up, Jerome? Good to see your family. He's in the chat as well. Brother Byron's in the chat as well. Big ups. DLP 2600's in the building. He says Clowney's agent isn't doing him any favors. He should fire this guy. Dallas, Titans, Browns. Several teams had offers on the table. He and his agent went weeks without returning calls. Dallas moved on. Yeah, I don't think he's handling this very well. The Browns were offering him everything he wanted. He wanted to play for a contender, but that wasn't said till after they offered him the money, and he just turned it down. He didn't want to go. Then they said, okay, I want a smaller contract. Then they gave him a smaller contract with the same money that he wanted, and he just did not return their calls. He didn't tell them yay or nay, just not. That was bad business. If you're not interested, tell them, well, I appreciate you, I'm gonna move on. But Seattle's been looking around and sniffing around him because Seattle wants him back there. I don't think they get him. I think he had an opportunity, and it was documented that he wanted two teams, either Dallas or the Saints. Now, why Dallas and the Saints? Because of the proximity of where he lives at in Houston. He doesn't want to travel that far. So if Dallas have their pass rusher, and I would say the best one of the free agency, and Everson Griffin, they have their pass mark, and you're going to go all the way to Tennessee? I don't think he does that. I think the Saints will give him the money, and you'll know more than likely by Saturday afternoon or Sunday whether or not Clowney accepts the deal. But I'm telling you, there are no other teams out there he's interested in. To keep it real with you, that will give him the money. He wants the money, and he wants to be close to home. That's the Saints. The Saints are going to give him the 10 or 12. I mean, the 12 million or whatever it is, and they'll also it's in close proximity to where his home is. So I think it just makes sense. The Saints should have got this together. Although I say Everson Griffin, but man, you can't miss on Clowney. This is a Super Bowl move. This is what we were talking about. Are these moves Super Bowl or bust moves? So obviously the message is getting to him in the building. Are these Super Bowls or bust moves? These little moves that they were making before, signing Kemine Hall and all these practice squad players. I say these guys are third stringers. They're going to put these guys, some of them going to land on the practice squad, and the rest of them on the street. So we'll see. But thank you for that, DLP. Absolutely right. Byron's exactly going to be a ring with us, Saints. DeWright, who there to you, DeWright? Good to see you, bro. Chilling out there in Florida. He says, y'all don't forget, hit the like button. Thank you, DeWright. Appreciate you, my brother. Appreciate you. All right. Mr. Boombastic says he really thinks of all the teams, the Titans going to be the one. The Titans wanted him. The Titans really want him to go up there. And the Titans have a really nice defense, by the way. They're a strong team with the running game. They built like the old school Pittsburgh Steelers team. They got a strong running game and a strong defense. You got Tannehill looking good. And they got some offensive weaponry too now. They're a very sneaky good team. The Tennessee Titans, I gave some of their people some problems when they came on here because they talking all that mess. But, they did actually take their team. The team went, into the championship game, against the Chiefs. That's pretty good because of the defense, but they couldn't compete with them with the offense. But still in all, the defense in a running game will take you very far. And I just want us to learn that lesson, man. Look like we're learning it now. This is a huge move for the Saints to go after Clowney, send representatives out there to say, listen, we want you to come here. You want to be close to home. We're in New Orleans here. We're a Super Bowl team. You'll be partnered up with Cam Jordan, and y'all going to be doing y'all thing. You know what I'm saying? And then he was like, man, I'm coming to New Orleans. Yeah, come on. We way more attractive than what Tennessee can offer, even though Tennessee was up there. But Clowney is a better fit with New Orleans. It's going to be real good to see number 90 and number 90 for the Saints. When the last time you seen a number 90 for the Saints? That was actually pretty good. I don't remember two number 90s. Well, what is his number? I think, what is Clowney's number? Number 90, isn't it 90? Yeah, number 90. So, I mean, I haven't seen too many number 90s that's good for the Saints. This might be a first. All right, let's keep it going, man. I'm just excited about the move. I think it'll happen, man. Finally, it happened. The Saints finally got that stuff out of there, and started moving like they knew something. I just kept on them. I just kept telling them, man, you ain't got enough. This ain't enough. These are not Super Bowl moves. Dallas is picking up on people. The Minnesota Vikings are picking up on people. Your Tampa Bay Buccaneers is picking. And when all this happened, it just looked like they finally said, oh, well, let's move now. I'm happy to hear it, though. All right, let's keep it going. Who that to you, Kenny? Once again, 985 Live says Byron, honestly, last year the Titans went further than us. They did. Jerome, if Peyton traded Williams, and the truth be told, if Henry was healthy for that Titans game, would the Saints have won that game? Would the Saints have won that game? I still say yes. Yes. It'd have been a lot more fiercer, a lot more closer game than what it originally was. But I still say they would have won that game. But it would have been tougher though. Jerome says the Peyton traded Williams. He says what's that? Swearinger, we'll get him. He says if Peyton traded Williams, Swearinger will get him here. Okay. He's saying Swearinger. If they got rid of Williams, Swearinger would be okay. Okay, thank you for that, Jerome. DLP says to me, both Clowney and Agent are really screwing his reputation and opportunities up with all these carrying on all summer. Yeah, he really turned into a little greed monster. It's what it is. You got a team that's interested in you right now. Your timeline is standing. You're going to even wait an extra day. And they telling them, man, you've been waiting all this long. Well, you might well wait in one more day. And that's what's going on. So it's like, yeah, we'll free them up. And then after they make their cuts, the Saints can then slim down their roster and do whatever they got to do. So let's say they cut Nick Easton and put him in the street. They have enough money or whatever they're going to do. So they're working all that out right now. And we'll know all the specifics when the time comes. Once again, thank you, Verlin and Tack Robinson, for your super chat. And who that to you, family. Appreciate you. Patrick Washington, who that to you, fam. Say they better get the job done and don't burn the beans. That's right, Pat. Tell them. Tell them 2 or 3 times. Don't burn the beans, baby. Get it done. DLP says just hope if he signs with Saint, he doesn't go AWOL on us during the season. No, I think we'll be okay. I think, our locker room keeps a lot of people in harmony. Our locker room is really good, man. And I think that's for people like him that hadn't experienced the Saints locker room. Davion Clowney will love the Saints locker room. Let me tell you what, this football will be almost like, it'll be so easy for him. This is going to be a lot easier than his days with Tennessee when he was playing with the Titans and he had that first overall thing. He kept getting hurt overall and he had all that stress on him to show up, and he were calling them a bust and all that kind of stuff. And he had the pressures of having to contend with J.J. Watt on the other side, and he wasn't, doing his thing early on. And then ultimately he gets traded to Seattle, and he was their best pass rusher. He sinks back into a situation where he's not, he simply can just be what he's meant to be. You see what I'm saying? That's all we asking him to be. We're not asking him to do any more than what he's been doing, or he just can sink into a role and put it in cruise control and play along with that Saints defense and watch them guys have fun. He gonna absolutely love it. I'll tell you what. All right, thank you for that, DLP. Kai the Great, who that to you? He says, Big Q and my who that family, what's good with it? What's good with you, my fam? Good to see you in the chat. Venom Rage says, somebody throw Nick Easton's contract in the garbage. All right, Jerome said, I've been trying to reach Clowney on Instagram. Tell him to come on. That's right. He coming. He coming. Ain't no better spot for him. He knows that. He's just trying to get a few extra bucks. All right, Dada. Who that to you, Dada? Good to see. They say hit the like button, please, if you haven't already. Thank you. Please spank upon the like button, family. It helps out the live stream big time. Thank you for that, Dada. Appreciate you. 985 said, yeah, that one with the rep that was this morning, the one about the agent telling them what was most recent. Thank you, bro. All right, Negas with gratitude. Who that to you? Big ups to you. Welcome to the live stream. Uncle Paul said, hey, Big Q and the family, why Brees can't take a pay cut to get Clowney in New Orleans? Only one per lifetime, brother Paul. Daryl Hatcher, who that to you? Daryl, I see you, bro. All right, good to see you, Alex. Alex Emilio is in the chat. Good to see you, Alex. Good big time to you, my family. Appreciate you joining the chat. He said, these days are getting exciting. I know, bro. Who that to you, Alex? Kai the Great says, if we get Clowney, cool, more help for our defense. If we don't get Clowney, that's cool too. I'm not going to lose no sleep over it. We, with or without Clowney, this team stacked and built to make a run. Yeah, you're right, bro. The question is, if you don't get Clowney, do you have a fallback option? Do you go Clay Matthews? Do you go Ziggy Ansah? Do you go Cameron Wake? Do you have anything else you're trying to do? Do you go any other direction? There should be pickups. And of course, with the cuts tomorrow, we do the Saints pick up somebody interesting. That's not out of the realm of a possibility. The Saints have known to pick up guys at the cut deadline that they like. And that could be something they do this time around. All right. Thank you for that, Kai. Kelvin, good to see you. I'm saying Davenport, but Clowney makes us scary up front. He does. Thank you, Kelvin. Appreciate you, bro. 985 Live said, I ain't holding my breath. I bet he goes with the Titans. Tyra, who that to you, baby? Good to see you in the chat as well. Ramsey, who that to you? Ramsey says, what up, Big Q, my entertainment host? Who that to you, Ramsey? Good to see you in the chat, fam. Jamal says, Saints got money. They just need to move money around. That's right, bro. Kenny Sutton said, I agree, Paul. Uncle Paulie, Brees should be willing to take a pay cut, but I don't know if it will happen. Don't count on it, brother. Rush Hour, who that to you? Rush Hour, he says, who that, Big Q? I think we get Clowney or Matthew, we'll have a chance. He's a hell of a defense. Thank you, bro. Appreciate you. I agree with you. All right. I see 9A says, when Drew ever took a pay cut this year, matter of fact, he could have got 30 million. But he took 25, which is pretty good. Still in all, it's still not bad at all. You know, Drew Brees, that was the only time in his known history since Drew Brees been here that he took a pay cut. That was this year when he signed that contract for 25 million. He could have got 30 million. So he did give him a cut in pay this year. Prior to that, he's never given a pay cut. And people say that's not true, Q. He gave him pay cut back and such on his other contracts. I'm like, Drew Brees never gave you a pay cut, bro. When if the team come to you and ask and say, listen, we won't restructure your contract. Restructuring your contract is not a cutting pay. That's not a cutting pay. Restructuring means they give you money that they would have paid you later on in the year, but they're cutting it off. They're not using the word cut because I don't want to confuse nobody. But you're taking the money that you would have paid the person in the future and you're giving it to them right now. So if I owed you $10 million on a year, I'm gonna say I'm gonna restructure your contract where I'll give you $5 now, and we take that $5 off the cap. So that's not a cut and pay. You're just getting your money now. So that's what's happening with Drew Brees over those years. The real cut happened this year when he could have got 30 million, but he took 25. So that is a cut and pay because his market value was 30 and he take a reduction in pay to help the team. And they performed by getting you Emmanuel Sanders and Malcolm Jenkins as well. So got to give it to Drew on that one, bro. A lot, but that's how it happened. Let's see. Bishop says, so who that family? Hit the like button. Thank you, Brother Bishop. Appreciate you there. All right, let's keep it going. Brother Slade Smith says, could you give me, okay, I gave his son a shout out. Okay, he asked one time, I'm sorry, I didn't see it. Venom says, okay, Twitter, Venom, okay, I read that one. All right, Uncle Paula says, hey, Kenny Sutton, if this is Brees last year, a Super Bowl bust season, why Brees wouldn't be open to a pay cut to get Clowney? Brother Dada says, when players get talking about, let me see whose else cuts are made, LOL. I'm old school. I lose patience. Hey, your ass gonna sign. Yeah, you know, you gotta make a choice. You know, he's just trying to allow them to have more money. Brother Paul says Bobby McCray was the best one. You see, and this is, you could throw Junior Gillette, you could say Bobby McCray, you could say Glenn Foster. That's who I was thinking about. But you could throw Will Smith in there, you know, and these are the guys that played next to Cam that was productive over years. And then some people to throw Okafor in there, that he was okay. But I'm saying that the fact that you have those men all in and they're so close together in terms of who you can't pick one clear winner. Some people say Junior Gillette, you know, that played next to Cam, but he's never had that compliment, that serious compliment that in like Everson Griffin had Danielle Hunter for all those years, and he was able to do what he had to do. Just imagine if you had that 1-2 punch that the Saints were trying to establish year after year. They just couldn't do it. But Davion Clowney comes in, he starts, and he'll try to prove himself. All right. Thank you for that, Brother Paul. B Jizzle, what up, fam? Good to see you in the chat. Who that to you, bro? He says Nick Easton, still a Saint, LOL. They're going to reduce his contract, bro. They ain't going to cut him and put him in the street. I don't think so. Sean Payton likes him like he likes Traquan Smith, like he likes Austin Carr. I don't see, they probably not going to put him in the street. They're probably going to reduce his pay. And they know they can't put him in the street. He don't want to put him in the street because James Hurst, the guy they picked up from Baltimore, the offensive lineman, is set to serve a month. He's going to be gone for a whole month because he was caught cheating with the PEDs, with the performance and had the drugs. He was pushed out of the league and suspended for 4 weeks. So you won't see him for the first month. That's James Hurst. So they're going to need you know, other guys to step in and fill in. And that's why I think Nick Easton going to hang around a little bit because of that. You know, so, you know, plus you never know what happened with Cesar Ruiz and what's going on with him there as well. You know, I don't know what's going on there. So they might need him for a little bit. All right, let's keep it going. Kenny Sutton said, I feel you, Paul. If we want to win, he'll win. Rush Out says, we count on these grade value players. GM Kev said he should be starting trade Marcus Williams now. Okay, saying get rid of Marcus Williams for DJ Swearinger. Man, I tell you, Swearinger is a hitter, man. He's mean back there, bro. He's mean. He ain't afraid to come in up there and pop you. Kenny Sutton said, I'm fine with Nick Easton being on the team, but they really need to rework that contract. They'll finally justify that situation, bro, before they bring that man in here. You know, so we'll see. All right. Once again, thank you, Slade. I'm going to give your son a shout out. Big ups to Michael Smith, man. Who that to Michael? The 9-year-old, who that? I'm going to say it again. Who that to the young man? Who that? Michael Smith. All right, Brother Paul said, hey, BQ and the family. I think Peyton may have cut Bradham to make sure Swearinger made the team. All right. Adrian, who that to you, Adrian? Good to see you in the chat as well. Kai says, Swearinger's a good pickup. He brings continuity to our defense. He's going to put in some work. Believe that. Who that? Adam Scott, who that to you? Good to see you, Adam. Who that to you? Says, much love, Q. Who that? Who that to you, cuz? Appreciate your support. And welcome to the chat, my brother. Derek Allison, what up to my dog, Derek Allison? What's good, D? Who that to my boy out there? Jonathan Johnson, who that to you, Jonathan? Good to see you in the chat as well. All right, Adrian, once again, who that to you too, baby? Tramal says, Swearinger ain't afraid to hit like Marcus Marshmallow Williams is. 95 Live says, Williams is a young Malcolm. Kenny Sutton says, who that? All right, Uncle Paulie and the rest giving their shots out to the family members. And I'm just going to keep running down the chat, family. All right, let's keep it going here, family. Jonathan Johnson says, who that TBQ in the Sports Coma family? He said, it looks like Clown is more interested in signing with the Saints than any other team. Let's see how this plays out. Yeah, he's trying to get that money out of him. We're going to see, bro. We're going to see how it shakes. But I know proximity wants to be close to home. That's New Orleans. New Orleans going to give him his money. I think New Orleans wins this thing. I think we ain't going to let this guy get away from us because there really isn't any starter level defensive end there that you want. They should have went after him some time ago, man. They could have had him. Jarvis, who that to you? Jarvis Rogers said, who that Q talking about how we acquire DB from another team. They balling out. But when we get them in our scheme, they're not so good. Jarris Bird, P. Rob, Browner, et cetera, et cetera. Coaching, perhaps? That's true, bro. That is true. Jarris Bird and P. Rob and all those guys, Browner. You know, when we did that, it's different. We had different coaching staff at that time on the defensive side of the ball. When we drafted P. Rob, it was a little they had different coaching staff back there. I think the Saints finally got it right this time with the coaches. I would say you see so much improvement from the Saints players because of the instruction they're getting. I think our assistant coaches are supreme. I think they're excellent. And you talk about guys like Ryan Nielsen. You talk about guys like Michael Hodges, the linebacker coach or the secondary coach, and Aaron Glenn. These guys are damn good, and they have really good assistants. They're helping get that word, that message down to the players. And then another thing that makes it work all the better is you have really incredible, smart captains in both the secondary, the linebacker coach, the defensive line, and every other room on the team that's able to not only get what the coaches is getting, but they act as coaches on the field to disseminate that message to the players so everybody be on the same line. And that's why I think you see so much success in the development in the locker room being on that. It's almost like a no child left behind approach, you know what I'm saying? Where everybody's on the same line and they make sure everybody get it, make sure everybody's involved or, you know, participating in the team function in the team locker room, and that everybody know what's going on. And that makes a great locker room where everybody's involved. You can get everybody involved in it, regardless if you're a starter or you the third string guy. Everybody's engaged. And I think that's a pretty damn good locker room to have. And that's why I say I think Clowney, once the move is made, he'll be a lot better. So, yeah, you got a point on that, Jarvis, that that a lot of that was because of poor coaching and not getting those guys, them not getting what they're supposed to do. And, of course, you had injuries that was involved with Jarris Bird. Browner was a mistake. I think they should have played him more at safety than they did at cornerback. It was just terrible decision-making, and that was that cheap-ass mindset of trying to get these players toward the back end of their career and squeeze whatever little talent they have out of them at a cheap rate, you know. And even though, and then the Jarris Bird thing was was totally messed up because they didn't even offer Malcolm Jenkins a contract at all. They just let him go. And I thought that was wrong. Even Sean Payton admitted that, and they spent years matter of fact, remember after they got Jarris Bird, they invented Kenny Vaccaro. You had Kenny Vaccaro down here. He had a good year. He was a bust as well. Even though he balled for Tennessee, he just signed his second contract with Tennessee. He looks good up there because he don't have the pressure of performing. But they spent years trying to fulfill that safety position and still couldn't do it until they brought Jenkins back. So that goes to show you they were unsuccessful back there. And even today, even though they have a compliment with Marcus Williams, of course you could throw Vine Bell in there. Vine Bell was solid. He was always in the top 2 or 3 in tackles on the team. The thing that really killed me about Vaughn, that he had 1 interception in all those years here, which he wasn't much of a ball hawk. Marcus Williams is a good talent. He just can't tackle, and that you can't have that as a safety, as a last line of defense. I think he has to work on that. He has to let it go. You can't be scared to tackle guys. You can't roll up the ankles, and you can't take poorish and stupid angles to tackle them. You're gonna have to play. And hopefully he spent time with Malcolm and DJ Swearinger. Those guys can get that out of him, you know. But he has pressure on him. Marcus Williams has pressure on him this year too, because he must show up or show out. He got a contract. It's a contract year. And we talk about Marshawn Lattimore and Ryan Ramczyk. Listen, those guys are going to get their money. But do Marcus Williams gets his? And it won't be cheap to keep Marcus Williams, by the way. But does he get his? Over and the rest of it, we know Marshawn Lattimore and Ramczyk gets their dough. We know Alvin Kamara gets his dough. But does Marcus Williams do? Is Marcus Williams? I don't know about Marcus Williams. You know, I know Sheldon Rankins, in my opinion, either. But you never can tell how it's going to look next year, you know, in a depressed economy, you know, with the C-19 stuff circulating. So you never know, man. You never know. All right, but thank you for that, Jarvis. Jason King, who that to you, said if Peyton worked as hard as Mickey Loomis and Jeff Ireland, we would have several Lombardis. Thank you for that, Jason. Appreciate you, bro. All right, Kevin says, but y'all high on PJ Tucker. Let's see. Willie Jackson, who that? What up, Willie? How you doing, brother? Who that to you? Tori, who that to you? Tori Shepard Sr. in the building, my boy Tori in there. Tramal says George Johnson was trash at 90. Yeah, Nate, that's why I'm gonna have to pick the great think tank brains on this one, and tell me out of all what was the best player that wore number 90 for the Saints? You know, because it's a possibility that Clowney could be that guy. I don't remember nobody good wearing number 90. I'm just gonna tell you the truth. All the time I've been knowing about the Saints and all this stuff I got stuck up in my brain about the Saints and statistics and players and history and all that, there has not been one number 90 that was actually good for the Saints. I'm going to just keep it real. But George Johnson wasn't bad, though, man. George Johnson wasn't bad. He wasn't a bad player. He had potential, man. He came over from the Lions. He just couldn't stay healthy. All right. Kevin says Saints should have been making moves, but at least they arrived. Finally, right? Welcome to the party. Tragic 504 says Charles Grant and Will Smith. Thank you. Darrell Freeman says Malcolm Brown pretty good, wears number 90. That's right. He does wear 90. Thank you for that, bro. I forgot Malcolm does wear 90. You know, I forgot that. How the hell I forgot that? I forgot him. You're right, bro. You're absolutely right. He does wear 90. Thank you for reminding me of that. I totally forgot that. Thank you. Yeah, Malcolm Brown is damn good. He wears number 90. So what number would Davion Clowney wear? Would he buy Malcolm's 90? Would he arm wrestle him for it? I won't bet on it, man. All right, thank you. But thank you for that, man, Darrell. That's true. Number 90 is, yeah, I forgot all about that, bro. I mean, I'll tell you no different. All right, Ash Rim. What up, Ash? How you doing, my friend? Appreciate you joining the live stream, my family. Daniel, what up, Daniel? Who that? Daniel says we ready for a Super Bowl run. Come on, Daniel. Daniel is bucked. He said, man, we ready for the Super Bowl. Yeah, you're right. Good to see you. Say Ash just said just tuned in, but I hope he signs with us. What's the latest news? Latest news is, bro, you're waiting until after the cuts of tomorrow so teams can free up some extra room, monetarily speaking. So we should hear something between Saturday afternoon and Sunday in particular. So it shouldn't be a slow dragging move because you want to get signed this weekend. Then you want to get down here, get the C-19 testing, the protocols, get all of that out of the way so you can then get into the practice sessions with the team so you can know what you're doing. So he shouldn't be trying to wait for cuts. If anything, he should have signed today, and then he should have been on the plane or in his truck or whatever you got to do, and then get the C-19 stuff, a few days, whatever that is, get that out of the way, and then get it to the roster. But you're trying to pick every little thin dollar you possibly can out of it. But that's where we are right now, Ash. Appreciate you. Nola Balls, who that to you as well. Tramal says Charles Grant was number 94. I think he was 94. No, what was Grant's number? Charles Grant. I want to say Charles. I want to say, man. Let me see if I can pull it up. I'll tell you right now. If Charles Grant, I think he was number 94. Oh, let me see. Charles Grant was a beast, man. He just when he got paid, he fell apart, man. He got paid. When he got paid, he just got lazy. He turned into Junior Gillette. They gave him that money. He just went off the deep end. Yeah, he was number 94. Yep, Charles Grant was 94. That's right. All right, let's keep it going. Bobby McCray won. He wore. James said, James Washington, who that to you? He says Bobby McCray wore number 90. Okay, all right. All right, who's the best 90 to y'all? Malcolm Brown's pretty good, man. McCray was pretty good too, man. I like Bobby McCray. McCray was pretty good. Remember, he came over from Jacksonville, and he was a guy that was actually pretty good, man. I think, what was his issues? McCray, what was McCray's issues? McCray couldn't stay healthy. Nah, he's saying not 90, bro. He's saying 93. McCray wore number 93 for the Saints. Yeah, his number was 93, bro. I'm looking at the pictures of it right now. McCray he wore number 93 for the black and gold. Let me see if I can put it on the screen so you can see it. Yeah, but they're saying McCray, yeah, 93 Octane, that was his name. It says 93 Octane, Bobby McCray. That go a good picture of him right there. That's another one. Look at them shoulder pads, man. That's what Anzalone should be wearing. Right here. See them shoulder pads? That's what he need. He need the big shoulder pads there. Old Bobby McCray. He was pretty good, man. I had to give it to him. All right, let's keep going, family, in the chat there. Jerry, who that to you once again, my friend. Darrell says that he played for the Texans, not Tennessee. Q. All right, all right. Ken Rosser says how they. Oh, I must have slipped on that when I said Texans, not Tennessee. Okay, thank you for correcting me, that Darrell. Ken Rosser, who that to you, Ken Rosser? Good to see you there. Tim Watkins, who that to you as well, family. Appreciate you there. Nola Boss says Brees say he got extra charity fees, no pay cuts. He said, man, I done gave y'all over $10 million in charity, and you want me to take a cut too? Golly. Oh, man. JT says, Q, I gave the Saints, what he says, 200 to go with the money the Saints get. All right. Let's see. Kenny says, chilling, about to go to Applebee's. All right. Crash says, Big Q, Albert Greer is reporting that Sheldon Rankins' name has been mentioned in possible trades. You heard of this? No, I did not, bro. No, I didn't hear about it, but I would not be surprised that the Saints would be interested in moving Sheldon Rankins. I wouldn't want to move Sheldon Rankins, to be honest with you, because I would really like to have Sheldon here for the Super Bowl run in case something happens. But I would not be surprised if Sheldon Rankins, would be involved in that. But I hadn't heard anything about that, bro. I haven't heard anything about that at all. All right, thanks for the question, though, bro. Appreciate it. All right, let's keep it going. Antoinette, who that to you? How you doing today, Antoinette? Who that to you, baby? All right, Teal, my dog Teal in the building. He says, who that Big Q in the family is the Fantasy League draft tomorrow. Yes, sir, it is. 1 o'clock, my friend, 1 o'clock. So if you haven't signed up for the Sports Coma Fantasy League, they got a link in the description section below. Last chance to sign up. Last chance to sign up is tomorrow at 1 o'clock is the fantasy draft. I'm not certain on whether or not we'll televise it or not. I'm not really, we know about that. Might not. I'm not certain. They have cuts going on tomorrow, so I might cover it. But then again, the cuts will be later on in the day after the 4 o'clock mark. Then you'll know about the addition of the practice squad. So I'm not so sure about broadcasting the showing the draft. I might just do a regular show. All right. All right, let's keep it going, man. Iceman in the building, who that to you as well. Tori says, I know that's right, fam. Enjoy yourself. All right. Let's keep it going down to the bottom here. Ken Ross says, Will Smith, I forgot about him playing with Cam. He says that we spiked 2010 was like. Tori says, I can't call it chilling. Okay, y'all just communicating there. All right, as we almost getting to the bottom. Randy Major, what up, Randy? Good to see you in the chat, fam. Good to see you. Uncle Paula says, hey, Q, do you see Craig Robinson and Caden Ellis and Henson working out in the linebacking room? So Robinson, Ellis, and Henson. I don't think Henson makes the team, bro. I'm going to just keep it real with you. I think he'll end up on the practice squad if anything, bro. So, but yeah, definitely Shaquille was out and Craig Robinson survives again because Shaquille couldn't stay healthy. He missed all the camp except for, what, 2 days? You know, how do you make the team based on that? All right. Tramal says, Q, you better stop making wild accusations. Man, this guy's making wild accusations. He's making wild accusations. Oh, man, come on, man. Jerome, what up, Jerome? Says Clowney do not believe in the Saints. Okay, I mean, what make you think Clowney don't believe in the Saints, bro? Oh, why would you say that? Ram says, hey, Q, is Brad? I'm still available because I have a sneaky feeling that we're going to need him. Yeah, he's still out there. Nobody didn't sign Nigel Bradham. Iceman says, so we're not going to address how the Saints literally could have done this. I've said that. I've said that countless times, bro. I've been saying this. They moving back. All this is back ass. All this is backwards. All of this is late. All of this is behind and phase out of reality. None of this is on time. The Alvin Kamara contract, none of this is on time. He could have did this months ago. He could have done this before the C-19 stuff hit, after the Super Bowl was over with. You know you're going to need him. He represents over 70% of your offense. You could have signed him then. Waited all this time to get within 2 weeks of the season to have a heated discussion about a contract with your star running back. That was really smart. That was really smart. And that the fact that they initiated it, it wasn't Alvin Kamara and his agent. It was the Saints who initiated contract discussions with him. And then, of course, the Davion Clowney thing. We knew this months in advance that the Saints were interested when they talked to Davion Clowney. Then you wait all the way to before the season starts. You let him miss camp and everything. You mean to tell me you couldn't sign him 2 months ago, get him under contract? After Dallas said, we're going with Everson Griffin, you should have said, Clowney, come on down here. You would have had him in here with the C-19 stuff over with. You would have had him for a full camp, or as much as camp as you can get. And you'd have had him firing out the door without walking in the blind. So I'm like, all this is back ass. It's all back ass. They dragging their damn feet. And that's not how you want to do it in the Super Bowl year. You know what I'm saying? In anything, they could have used it as a distraction. They could have signed Davion Clowney as a distraction method for what Drew Brees was saying. It's like, it's a good time now to sign Clowney. What you think? Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. But then sign Clowney, that would have still at least stole some of the steam off of it. You know what I'm saying? At least some of it off it. But they didn't utilize none of that. And now we sit up here, you got to send somebody over there at the last minute to help and talk to the man. And nobody, not even a reporter, say, hey, bro, why are you doing this right now? You could have did this several months ago. Same with the Alvin Kamara contract. Why are you doing that right now? None of them asking the questions like, why are you doing this right now? I thought you was confident in your team. You could have signed this guy a month ago and had him in the camp with no problem and had him on par to keep going with a full camp with the Saints. Why are you doing this so late? What's the problem? Nobody want to question the man. They act like the man is a mafia boss or some shit. You don't want to ask him nothing. Scared. The reporter's scared. The medical people scared. I ain't scared, and you ain't scared. But they got some fans out there, boy. They scared. They don't want everything Peyton say to go. Oh yeah, if Peyton say this, oh yeah, I co-sign. Oh, he said that too. Oh, I'm with it. Whatever. That's never. You never supposed to act that way with nobody. You don't never supposed to act that way with nobody. You're supposed to critically analyze everything they do and everything they say, regardless of who they are. But you can't just take everything he said without a grain of salt because he lies. I've documented times when he's lied, when he get caught in lies. You know, I documented times when he plays political games that I don't like. I documented times where he handles players the wrong way, like with the Nigel Bradham situation, or how he talked to the reporter and asked him, you know, did you find the man? You know, it's a fair question. Did you find him? Well, if I did, I wouldn't tell you. Why, bro? What's all that about? Don't you understand? I already know you find him. Don't you understand? I already know how much money you find him. How do I know she know? Because I read the article that she wrote saying how much the fine was. She already knows. Like, well, how she know over the coach? Because them people in there that's in that building leaks information to the press. Because the press paying money, they leak the information. That's how I go across all of it. All of those buildings are sieves, or like it acts as a sieve. So that's what I'm saying. All of this is late. All this is bad. And I kept saying it. I've been like, man, what is this dude doing? We could have been had this done. We could have been had it done. But you won't do it all at, it's a compressed timeline, by the way. So, I mean, let's just see, man. We're going to hope it all works out the right way, man. Could have been had this shit done. Young City, who that to you? Good to see your family in the chat as well. Kai says, still want AK-41 to get his money. Hopefully the Saints are working around the clock to get the deal done soon, hopefully before week 1. That's what the indication said, Kai, is that they want Alvin Kamara's extension done before week 1. At first, they said before camp ends. Well, camp is ending today. There's no more camp. So if that's indeed the case, then they want it done by week 1, which would be a good thing to have Alvin Kamara happy with a new contract before week 1. He'd be motivated to go out and play. That'll be fine. Then you have Alvin Kamara in place for multiple years. You'll have Mike Thomas in place for multiple years. You have Cam Jordan in place for multiple years. Then behind you get Marshawn and you get Ryan Ramczyk. And you'll have several really top people of your offense, defense, and special teams together for multiple years. And then you'll just come along and keep building upon it. So, I mean, he'll get his money. It's just a matter of time. Thank you, bro. All right. Appreciate that. All right. Byron says Kamara going to take a huge money if he deserves that. Uncle Paula says, Big Q, how do you feel? Okay, I answered that one. Byron says, okay, hold on here. Lori, who that to you, Lori? Good to see you, baby. Who that to Lori? Iceman says, yo, I'm looking at these pass rushers and I'm not liking what I'm seeing. Henderson is not. Yeah, I know. That's why they looking at Clowney. We've been saying that too. Have we not been saying that here? Some of our family members are new, but the established family members that have been listening for years know that I've been saying this for a while now, especially about the defensive end position, especially about Davenport's, I don't want to say fragileness, you know what I'm saying? Fragility. I just want to say his inability to stay healthy. Same with Trey Hendrickson, who is his backup. And then you like Granderson, but Granderson's still a question mark. You know, and you don't know, you brought a defensive end named Marcus Hunt in here. You don't know what Marcus Hunt going to bring you, player. I'm just saying, you don't know what Hunt going to bring you. So, I mean, he hadn't flashed at all this whole camp, by the way. And then they have Mario Edwards Jr. there and all that kind of stuff. It's just too many question marks. When it's a Super Bowl of bust, fam. That's what it comes. It's Super Bowl of bust. It's no time to be playing with question marks and young people. You need experienced guys that know how to get their job done. Sometimes that costs money to get those type of people. Tramal says Malcolm Brown is good now at number 90. Thank you. Raheem 21, who that to you as well. He said, who that? Q Clowney. I know, fam. Nola Bars says probably Malcolm Brown. I forgot all about it. I ain't gonna tell you no different. Sometimes I do forget. I forgot Malcolm was number 90. I ain't gonna kid you. And how you gonna forget somebody that big wearing number 90? I know. Raheem says Clowney will probably never wear number 95 or even 40 or 50 or something. You know, it could be a scenario where he buys the number from Big Malcolm. I don't know. That would be fire though. 985 says after church football, let's go. All right. And Nola Boss, if we don't get Clowney and sign dude off the Green Bay practice squad, I'm pulling up. Byron says Charles Grant wore number 94. Yep, Nola for everybody saying 94. Brother Jerry says God, Jesus, Holy Ghost, family, friends, church on Sundays, football during the week. All right. Revolt Control, what up, fam? Says McCray was 93. Yep. JT says facts. Sat Scott, what up, Sat Scott? It says give Clowney 97. Clowney number for game Cox was 7. That's true. That would be a good number for him to have, too. Number 97 would be. But that's what Mario Edwards Jr.'s number is 97, isn't it? Jay Sticks, what up, fam? He said, did Kamara get his money yet? No, sir, not yet. Not yet, fam. Appreciate that. Brandon, who called me here. What up, Brandon? Says, who that folks got my Charles Grant autograph football. I remember Charles Grant, man. He was at the Sam's Club signing something. I walked up in there and seen him standing up there. He gave me an autograph picture that was signed and told me that's the best. He said that's the best defensive end the Saints ever had right there. And I looked at the picture and looked up at him, and I said, okay, I ain't want to tell him nothing. That was before he got the money. And when he got the money, boy, he fell off the roof, didn't he? All right, he pulled a Junior Gillette. Before there was a Junior Gillette. Kai says, I keep Big Rank. He's a beast on the D-line. I know he stay getting hurt, but when he's healthy, he is a beast. Thank you for that, bro. Bishop One Love says, I just saw that Nick Underhill said they might not be able to re-sign him after the season, so we'll keep an eye on it. Yeah, we know that more than likely that he'll be gone, bro. Anyway, the Saints are not going to sign Sheldon Rankins. You know, it was a race between Sheldon Rankins and David Onyemata for the money. You know, and David Onyemata beat him there. So, I mean, you know, truth be told, we know Sheldon Rankins' future. This is his last year with the Saints. I wouldn't be surprised if they traded him, even though I would, you know, I would see like, okay, you want to trade and get something for him, which I wouldn't be mad at that, but I would really like to keep Sheldon Rankins like for the summation of the year so we can at least get that Super Bowl. You never know what might have, you know, happen. Like say, for instance, you keep him, we win a Super Bowl, and then, you know, when we win a Super Bowl and then Drew says, I'm coming back to defend it, and Sheldon Rankins could say, listen, I'm going to sign a 1-year contract to come back and play. You never know what could transpire here is what I'm saying. You never know how it could shake. Okay, Revolt, what up, Revolt? Good to see you, family. Who that to you, and much love to you. He says Nick Fairley wore number 90. That's right. That's right. Cyril did, bro. Yep. Yeah, it's a pretty good number 90s, bro. I forgot all about him wearing number 90. Yeah, I remember the play. I forgot that. And that's another dude that was pretty good in what, the 2 years he was here? He had that good first year and that second year. Then the Saints signed him. Then they found that heart condition. Then you hadn't heard from him since. He's still alive. He just didn't push the issue. Yeah, he was a pretty damn good number 90 too. In the limited time we had him too. Just them number 90s, you don't forget. You don't really remember them that well, do you? Nola Ball said Alex Anzalone needs Vaughn Johnson pay. I know, bro. I've been yelling that. I've been saying that, bro. All right. Trey Hendrickson. Sat Scott said Hendrickson have number 91. Be awesome to see Clowney and Will Smith's number 91. That would be awesome. Ashram says, man, I want Sheldon on the inside this season. Why would we trade him unless it's 3? He says 3+, which I highly doubt. I wouldn't want to trade him, bro. I would try to keep him for the Super Bowl run. You know, I might not get nothing out of him except for the Super Bowl run, but I would love to keep him there. Thank you, Bishop, for that. Okay, Fairley, man, was a disappointing situation. Tragic says Easton is about to get a haircut, no doubt about it. Crass says Fairley was a beast, unfortunate with his health condition and premature retirement. Yeah, he had that heart issue. Kai said, I say keep Big Rain. He's a beast. You know, like I said, I agree with that, Kai. I say keep him as well, you know, during and we might lose him for nothing, but at least you had him as a reserve on this Super Bowl team. And like I said, when the Saints win a Super Bowl, you never know what he might do, because next year it's supposed to, it's you know, you're going to have a weird cap situation and you never know how it might go. You know, you never know, but we'll see. But I hadn't heard anything about that, bro. Iceman said, I'm tired of great value. I want something different. Who that 504 says Rankins and trade talks. Don't know if you already heard that. No, I did not know that, bro. I didn't hear about that. I didn't hear about trade talks. Please submit if y'all guys got the link, put it in the chat for receipts purposes. Let us know. Put the link in the chat if you got the link to the report indicating that is the case. You know, so just let us know so we can. I'll pull it up in front of everybody in the live stream. All right, please hit the like button, family. Over 100 people, and just smash upon the like button. It does a great service to help, and it's free. Just merely push the button, hit it up, and if you're not a subscriber, subscribe to the show. Big time. We always have these great shows as well. Thank you. Bishop says let them get to Dallas, and now we got to fight for Clowney. Ramp said 9 days to go. Are you ready for some football, bro? Oh yeah, no doubt about it, bro. I'm definitely ready for some football, man. Seriously. The camp is over with. Could you get that? That's the first step. Now we're looking at the regular season in the face. Camp is done. Done data. Last day today. All right. Tragic says Rankins, a flood car they sprayed with new car smell. Oh, that's messed up. That's messed up, bro. That's messed up. All right. Pat Washington Jr. says Clowney better come and get these good Houdat beans and stop eating them burnt beans. That's right. That's right. Tell them again, Pat. All right, let's see. Crash says he was a free agent. He was at least he says two-way street. Ramsey says since we like to get great value players, why not name the Superdome Wally World Dome? Jay Stick says Big Hero, maybe it's because of what happened to Dez Bryant. That could be the case too, bro. William Dickinson says Big Q, you see the Washington team released. Yeah, I seen they release Adrian Peterson. Yeah, I seen that, bro. I released that. They said they got 3 people looking to sign Adrian Peterson right now. I was kind of surprised by that. He wasn't costing that much money. So, you know, I don't know what Washington doing. They like that young back they have there, but he wasn't costing that much money. Yeah, I seen that, though. And he gave him some pretty good years up there. Davenport, what up, Davenport? Says Rankins up for trade reported by Albert Breer, Big Q. Okay, all right. Let me look at that. Let me see if I can pull it up. Let me see here. I'll pull it up, family. It must be a tweet or something. Let me see. Albert Breer. That's the guy from, let's see, trade. Man, I'm not seeing anything. Hold on here. I don't see nothing on it, family. If y'all got any links, please put them in the chat for me, and I'll pull it up for the family members for receipt purposes. Because I don't see anything on Sheldon Rankins. And let me see if I can just pull up Albert. I don't see nothing on it, fam. I don't see nothing on it. No reports. I'm looking at his Twitter feed right now to see if it was something that he might have tweeted. I don't see anything, family. If y'all got it, put it in the chat and we'll pull it up. If y'all got the link, put it in the chat. We'll pull it up. But I don't see anything on that. Yeah, I don't see anything on that. All right, let's keep it moving, family. Let's keep it moving. All right, let's keep it going. All right, where was I at? All right. Kevin says, at this point, you should be concentrated on the season. Now it's all about free agents. What the hell going on, Airline Drive? William says, wow, just seen that. Y'all put it in the chat if y'all see it. Okay, the Crass puts it in the chat. All right, let's open that up. All right. Let's see. Thank you, Crass. Okay, let's see here. All right. It's from NFL Trade Rumors. Okay, hold on here. All right, hold on. Okay, they're linking to it. Let me see if I can pull up his tweet. Okay, I see it. All right, let me pull it up for the family members. Thank you for that, family. Thank y'all. All right, hold on here. Let me share it with the family. All right, here it is right here, fam. As you can see it, Albert Bears, when was this tweeted out? 7:43. Okay, 7:43. A little bit over an hour ago. It said, cut downs tomorrow. Here's some of the guys with the trade talks right now as listed. You can see Bills wide receiver Robert Foster, Seth Roberts from the Panthers, Jason Kroon, the tight end for the Bills, Jonathan Harrison. Then they have Sheldon Rankins right there. Sheldon Rankins. Okay, there it is. Albert Breer, the NFL senior reporter, says that guys, he says, cut downs tomorrow. Here are some guys raised in trade talks. So it's just trade discussion for Sheldon Rankins. Ryan Anderson, wow, that guy is pretty good. Anderson's pretty good for Washington. So there you go. Some of the guys there, Sidney Jones, the cornerback, him and Rasul Douglas for the Eagles, both their cornerbacks up for trade, and Sheldon Rankins. So we'll have to watch that. That's the developing story right there. So thank you, family, for putting that in the chat. Appreciate it, Crass. Thank you. Appreciate it. So that's interesting, man. I would keep Rankins, man. I would keep him, bro. That would be my call. Is I would keep him. But you know, you do have Shy Tuttle, but Shy Tuttle has some injury problems. And if you trade Sheldon Rankins, Shy Tuttle will take more of a position. Marcus, I guess you have Mario Edwards Jr. is there, and Marcus Hunt, Malcolm Roach, perhaps. You know, you move him out of the way, maybe Malcolm Roach can make the team. You know, who knows? All right, let's keep going. Appreciate that, family, for y'all letting me know about that report. The show it, and Crash, thank you for the link, bro, so I can show it to the family members. Thank you, bro. Tramal says Elbert Breer be wrong too. Tramal say he be wrong. All right, Gundam. Who that to you, Gundam? 9 o'clock props. Who that, fam? He says our roster is stacked top to bottom except for PJ Williams. Why is he still here? LOL. He got some pictures on Peyton. That's what it must be. That's what he got, bro. Thanks for the question. 9 o'clock props. Roy, what up, Roy? How you doing, sir? He said, what's the word on Clowney? Q? He's still waiting, bro. He's waiting for the cuts to run out tomorrow so he can make a decision. His mindset is that they'll have some more money to be able to pay him. Greedy sucker. Okula, what up, Okula? How you doing, fam? James says, keeping it real, Big Q. They just need to give the man what he wants, fam. It's all or nothing. Now with Drew being his last year, if they get to the Super Bowl, it's worth it. They can rework the contract later. Thank you, James. Appreciate you, Ramsey. Thanks for your super chat as well, family. Much love to you and Yearns. Space Ghost, what up? He says, I want to keep Sheldon. Sheldon's a solid player. I agree with you, bro. They're saying it's just trade discussions. Thank you, Crass. Appreciate your super chat, my friend. Thank you, sir. Appreciate him. Appreciate all my super chatters, man. Thank y'all. As you know, that goes toward a worthy thing. We already and dump it right back into the platform, into getting better equipment, you know, improving upon our website that we have at whothatdaily.com and all of the other stuff that we love to do to stay engaged with the family members. So big ups as well. And just to let the family members know too, that you can feel free to join the Great Saint Think Tank Facebook group. The link is in the description section below. I invite all of you guys, if you're not members, just feel free to join the Great Saint Think Tank Facebook group, if you please. All right. Thank you for that. All right, for Kelvin. What up, Kelvin? Kelvin Washington from Phoenix, Arizona. What up, Kel? Tragic 504 say Ants have an excellent work ethic also. Brandon Cummings said Nick Fairley was a dog with Rankins. Yep. And he credits, Rankins gives him a lot of credit too for helping him work on his technique and his strength and all that. Look that up. Rankins gives Fairley a lot of credit for that. All right, Crassy, hit the like button. Thank you, family. Please hit the like button. If you please, if you hadn't already hit it. All right, Kai says, what's good? All right, B just says, Rankins and trade talk, Albert Breer. Thank you, family. Byron says, can't wait. He looking at Tampa Bay. The Succaneers opener next Sunday, 3:25 in the Dome. It's on. Ash says, I've seen somebody put it on Instagram, but let me go check. Thank you. Randy, who that to you? Randy Major in the building as well. Thank you, family. Jonathan, what up, Jonathan? Jonathan Wilson, who that to you? Says, who that Q? Hope everything's going well. Big Q, look like you need some rest, brother. No, I'm all right, bro. I've been doing a lot of work, but I'm all right. In about a few more minutes, I'm going to get through the chat. We're doing a Pelican post-game report tonight. So, you know, like I said, bro, I don't know if people realize this or not, but I mean, we produce, I do like maybe 15 podcasts a week? 15, I won't say more than that, because it's other content that we do, Tough Tiger Talk for LSU, the Ring King Boxing, Pelican Post Game Report, On Q with Big Q, daily 5 days for TSC Unleashed, 5 days for the Sports Coma. So I mean, you looking at like 16 to 20 podcasts a week, baby. We working because we serious. We serious about what we doing. So thank you for that, family. All right, and don't worry, I'm gonna get plenty of sleep tonight. I got some beans on there. I made some beans right there. I can smell them. I got them simmering right now. So after I finish talking to y'all, I'm going to grab me some beans and got a little something worked up there. And then I'm going to sit down, eat a little bit. Then we're going to go at the Pelican post-game report. So if y'all, the Pelicans fans, feel free to subscribe to the Pelican post-game report on YouTube, or you can listen to the show via Pro Radio. Links are in the description section below. All right, thank you. Now on to the chat. All right, family. Kai says, extend Kamara, keep Rankins, and Clowney. It's all on him. It's his decision if he won't be here, sane or not. Thank you for that, Kai. Money Johnson, what up, Money? How you doing? He says, no, man, we got to keep that boy. Thank you. What up, Money? Good to see you in the chat, fam. Troll, what up, Troll? Troll blew it in the building. What up, Troll? John Thompson, who that to your family? Good to see you as well. He said, don't mess up the D-line rotation. I know, bro. Keep Big Rank here. Don't try to trade him. John Thompson says, Austin Carr, guess we'll find out soon. I'm not going to speak on Austin, man. You never know with Sean Payton, bro. You never know. But chances are he shouldn't make it this year. He shouldn't make it. That's a lot better competition. Marquez Callaway should make it. LaJordan Humphrey should make it over Austin Carr. If Austin Carr makes it, you know what it's because. Because Sean Payton loves him some Austin Carr. Byron says, want to see Tuttle slam on Ryan on the ground again. Yeah, that was fun. All right. Tramal says, I hope Shy Tuttle ball out again this year. He will. He's going to show up and show out. Tragedy says, if you can get some the same production on minimum salary, it's Roach over Rankins. Oh, wow. I mean, I would keep Rankins and get rid of Mario Edwards Jr. and Marcus Hunt and put Roach in there at a developmental line spot, because you can still play Roach at defensive end too if you need him. So I would love to have him as that rotational guy, because it seemed like for the last several years the Saints have had that developmental defensive lineman, whether it was Taylor Stallworth, the Shy Tuttle. This year it should be Malcolm Roach. You know, we damn sure don't need Marcus Hunt. He hadn't done anything. All right, appreciate that. 9 o'clock prop says, I hope we can keep Rankins too. I want him to keep the brother. Dex 504, what up, fam? Good to see you in the chat, bro. Kenny said, I would like to keep Rankins for that pass rush up the middle, but in his last year on his contract, maybe we can get something for him. What would you want to get for him that we ain't already got? Maybe another cornerback or something? But I doubt. But you're going to take picks? The Saints don't need no picks. They trade all their picks anyway. We don't need no picks. I mean, I would keep Rankins, bro. Like I said, you never know when you win that Super Bowl, you know? All right, Kevin says, do you sleep cute? Man, you work all day, every day. Yeah, bro. I mean, it's not working, bro. It's a labor of love, baby. When you love doing it, when you love doing something you love to do, bro, that's how you do it, bro. You're going to make sure you do it. So it's all good. I just enjoy doing it, man. And I'm just glad that you guys are here, man. And I'm thankful for that, man. That's why we just ain't some people on YouTube talking. We all over the place on Spotify and all this. We have sponsors and stuff like that. We moving good in a good direction, and it's because of y'all, man, and all the financial support that y'all doing. So we could have this level of work ethic to be able to push out content. When the family members ratchet up the content, you seen I went daily. I went from 3 or 4 times or maybe two or 3 times a week to every day. You know what I'm saying? Every day. And that was because of the commitment of the family members and the Patreon, the YouTube people. They say, look, you showing us you dedicated. We're going to ride with you, and I'm not going to let you down. So that's why I'm here doing it and working it and doing it well. You know what I'm saying? Like that old LL Cool J song used to say. Thank you for that, though, Jim Kev. Brian Spears, who that? He said, what would be a better deal? What would be a better deal, Fournette or Clowney? Well, better deal in terms of money probably would have been Leonard Fournette. But a better deal in terms of the position that you need, which is the pass rush position, and you put him on that position, on that line with the rest of the Saints defensive line, hands down, I would say Clowney fits better there than the Leonard Fournette will, only because I know Sean Payton will not run Leonard Fournette. He doesn't even run Latavius Murray. So I know that the Leonard Fournette, so you could have claimed before $4 million, just over $4 million. You could have made him yours, but Sean wasn't going to run that, man. Let's keep it real. He don't run. He got 2 backs on the team right now that both average over 4 yards a carry, and he don't give them the ball. So I think with Davion Clowney, that makes a big difference, you know. I like that one better. Thanks for the question, Brian. All right, let's keep it going there. Tro says, been doing a lot of work today. Bun B came down, helped out in the community. That's what's up, man. Bun B, man. Solid dude, man. All right. Don't burn him, says 985. I won't, bro. I got him simmering right now. All right. Kai says, Q, you're the hardest working man in the podcast. You and TJ from the State of the Saints podcast. Yeah, TJ is a good dude, man. You know how I feel about TJ. You're a good brother, man. I look at him as like my little brother, man. You know, like I said, man, we talked off show, and he from back over there where I'm from my neighborhood, man. I ain't even know that, but see how things work out, man. So it's good to see him, and I see him working hard over there, man. And I told him, I said, I want you to come on the show at least once a month. He was like, man, just let me know. So that's good to have that, man. So much love to TJ, man. Appreciate him. All right, let's keep it going. Crash says, Q's a hard-working brother. We appreciate all you do. Thank you, Crash. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you for saying that. Ram says, Q, he said, don't you burn them beans. I won't burn the beans, bro. I tell you, I ain't going to burn them. I promise you that, bro. I promise you, my brother, I won't burn them. Now they say, put them on the slow cooker. I got them simmering right now. Trust me, they ain't got nothing to worry about. And I smell them right now. It smell real good, man. So I'm going to go and knock them out in a little bit. Jim Kiss is where the dude that said Kamara was a depreciating asset. Depreciating asset? I think, wasn't that Ramsey? Ramsey said that? That wasn't you, was it, Ramsey? That said he was a depreciating asset? I don't think that. I ain't going to put that on Ramsey. I don't think Ramsey said that. Jay Survivor. What up, Jay? How you doing, fam? Good to see you in the chat. K. Savage Gaming. What up, fam? He said I'm trying to get on the chat earlier today when you were snapping about Peyton. I'm always going off on Peyton, bro. I'm fed up about it. That. You know what I'm saying? People don't realize that he's at the top of why this team had won in the Super Bowls. Dr. Key, who that to you? And I'm saying, man, I'm not going to sit up here and play no games with you no more. Drew Brees last year, you got to show up and show out, man. Just like we show up and show out with our support, you got to show up too. You know, so I stays on them, bro. Russia said, do you think the dome will match? He said, do you think the dome will match crowded noise? They had it planned the other day. I heard it, and it was like they called it white noise, but really it was crowd noise. But it wasn't no peaks going up like it goes up, and then it was just steady crowd noise out there with no people in there. You see people walking around, you can hear the crowd noise, but you can see no people in the stands, and you're gonna have the banner set up like 8 rows of seating all around there, so you'll see the advertisements, but they'll do their best with the camera angles not to show you anything above those 8 rows of seats. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna keep it on the ground level. They're gonna play those games with it where they don't show you. They're gonna try to blurt out the empty stadium and all that, man. Then they're gonna play all kind of little camera tricks on you to make sure they don't see it. But yeah, I heard it, man. It's real weird to hear that. I just hopefully we can get back to normal and get whoever the people doing this, putting this stuff out here up out of here, and so we can get back to living again, man. This is terrible. All right, let's keep it going. Rush out said, do you think, okay, thanks for the question. Nane says, my name, Overtime Q. He says, my name, Overtime Q, and you're making wild like I said. Crash says, hold on, let me get back to Crash in the building. What you said, Crash? It jumped on me, brother. He said, my guess is that while they see value in Rankins, they don't want to pay him a hefty contract with other contracts. Newman, they probably want to get some value now before they lose him. Okay, yeah. My thing is I probably would keep him just because I need that depth going to that playoff run. And then if I have to lose him, listen, he helped me win that Super Bowl, and that's all I need. You know what I'm saying? But you could be right on that. They might get picks, or perhaps I don't know what other player they can still get, All right, let's keep it going. Rest of the family here had to buy a generator. Tro says, all right, Tro. Ben, what up? Ben Colson says, got D in the 13th. Got that bruiser Latavius sooner or later. You guys get Clowney yet? Do you think you will all use a little bit more? Hopefully we can use Latavius Murray more, Ben Colson. Hopefully we can use him a little bit more this season, a lot more than we used him last year. He'll come back. He knows more of the offense than what he knew last year. So they can't use the excuse to say that Latavius Murray, we ain't using that much because he didn't know that much of the playbook. This year he knows more of the playbook, so he should get more reps from the Saints offense is how it should go. And I think the defense overall should go up there. No, we hadn't got any word from Clowney yet, but chances are I think we'll end up getting him. But I think we should definitely use Latavius a lot more, and the defense should be a lot better than what they were. We're looking at a top 10 defense this year, in my opinion. Thanks for the questions, Ben Colson. Who that to you? Jonathan Wood says, if we let go of Rankins, I think we'll be in trouble on the D-line. Sheldon's a glue guy, man. I hate to lose him, bro. I don't think they're anything you can give and trade value that we need. I mean, what else we need? I mean, you could trade for a cornerback, I guess. if you really wanted something. But outside of that, what do the Saints really need? I mean, that you would give up a key member of the defense for Sheldon Rankins. You know what I'm saying? You know, and you win the Super Bowl, you can probably think Sheldon can come back for one more year. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these guys going to be like, and plus remember the reduction in salaries next year going to make free agency look a little crazy. So you never know how it will shake. I will hold on to him, man. If he helps me win the Super Bowl, that's worth it. Verla says, Q, now you see how they handling Kamara. Does it still feel like Payday is truly concerned about balancing the old? They made sure to fortify the air attack. I know, bro. Yeah, I see where you're coming from with that, Verla, and it's a damn shame, but eventually he's going to get paid, man. He's going to get his money. He just got to be, Sean Payton has got to do a better job of mixing up his other running backs in the system, you know, just to keep it real with you. Thanks for the question, Verla. Appreciate you, bro. All right, Tro says, I love that I did get T on. Yeah. TJ is a good dude, man. He good dude. Kai says, you and TJ need to collab once a week. Yeah, we said that, and I was talking off show about it. He said, Q, he said, man, he said, when I say your name on the show, he said, you bring everybody out. I said, well, T, bro, I mean, that's that New Orleans connection, bro. That's how that works. But like I said, man, I'm going to have him on at least once a week, man, because I like how you think, man. And we do have a good synergy on the screen, man. That's what happens when you got good people, bro. You know, you got good people like that, and I see him as a brother. I see him as a upstart, a very strong person. I like him a lot, and he know that. And I told him that. So he said, no problem, let me know. So y'all gonna get used to seeing some more of TJ on popping up here, or me popping up on his show. I told him we can rotate, you know, whatever, however you want to do it. But yeah, we're gonna be collabing more, man. He's a good dude, man. I respect what he got going on over there, man. And I send people over there any chance I can get. I like him a lot. All right, let's keep it going here, family. Jay said the state of Louisiana has approved fans for the second home game. Q, how many has not been determined yet? Well, they did, bro, but that's not, the state of Louisiana did that, but the city of New Orleans did not sign off on that. So just to let you know, the city, LaToya, ain't say nothing about that. She ain't saying, she ain't cool with that at all. You see what I'm saying? She got to okay that for that to go through. The state could say, yeah, but if she say no, it's not going to happen. She got to sign off on that, and she hadn't yet done it, according to the recent reports I seen, and I had read some, 2 days ago about it. But she, according to what I've known so far, she hadn't signed off on that second game yet. So that's still very much in the air, you know what I'm saying? But thanks for the question, Jason. Appreciate that. Jim Kerr said it would be nice to Drew to go out and get that ring. I know, bro. That's what I'm talking about. Troll Blue, thank you, brother. Appreciate your donation. He said, hey, Q, thank you. Can get TJ to set up with the New Orleans bouncing track. I don't know, man. I don't know if he a bounce guy, man. I don't know, man. I don't know if he would like the bounce. I don't know, bro. He from New Orleans. He might. I don't know. He seemed like he probably like something like the Hot Boys. All that's probably his cup of tea. I don't think he would like the bounce too much. You never know, though, bro. You never know. But I don't think so. Thank you, bro, for that question. K. Dot says, big facts. I need Clowney to get here. Thank you, K. Dot. Jonathan says, I hope the whole fam is doing well. Same to you, bro. Hope you and your family is doing well. K. Dot said, I think we'll get a 4th round pick for him. That ain't good enough, bro. You know, I don't want no 4th round pick. The Saints, only thing they're going to do is trade it. They're going to just trade it away. They don't need but 2 or 3 picks in the draft. Kevin says, hold on to Sheldon Rankins this year. You won't get much of trade value since he's coming off an injury. Yeah, you ain't going to get nothing worth it. And he serves a better purpose as an interior rotator than you getting a 4th round draft pick you can't do nothing with this year. I say forget whatever that is and hold on to it. Hope they listening, man. Don't get rid of no Sheldon Rankins. His money ain't costing you no problems. You know, you might lose him if you keep him, but you keep him with that rotation, you go to the Super Bowl, it's all worth it. I'd rather have a Super Bowl than a funky-ass 4th round pick. I'm just keeping it real with you know what I'm saying? All right. Tro says a 4th round, man, Rankins easily a 1st rounder, but, you know, keep that, man. You're right. Byron says, yeah, Clowney got a sign here. Hope he does it tomorrow. Ben says, my man, love that. Go Saints and eat well. Thank you, Ben. Appreciate you. Who that to your fam? GM Kevs, I won't see QTJ and the Butcher on show along with those. Jonathan says, when things get back to normal, we need to get the whole family together at the game. Yeah, hoping for that, man. Once again, Troll, Thank you for that super chat. And all the family members, thank y'all for y'all super chats. And it really helps out the platform as well. So I appreciate y'all for doing that. Bishop said, you and TJ, that's love right there, family. Yeah, I appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all. Good dude, man. All right. And okay. Byron got the Mike Thomas muscles going on now. All right, family. I'd like to thank y'all, man. I appreciate y'all for timing in on this edition of the Sports Coma. At 9:30, we're going to fire up the Pelican Post-Game Report at the Pelican Post-Game Report channel. The link is in the description section below. If you're interested, if you're a Pelican fan and you want to go there, we'll be over there in about 30 minutes. That'll give me just enough time to eat my beans and get everything together. So DC and everybody will fire it up for 9:30. He already texted me. I let him know. Also, so I appreciate y'all on that. So we're going to run out of commercials right now and let the family members know. If you want to help out the stream, one of the ways you can do it is by going to our merch. We have, I don't know how many, hundreds of products on our merch stores. We got 2 merch links below. And we always constantly releasing out new t-shirts, gear, hat, face coverings, face masks, hoodies. What else? We got wall art, smartphone cover cases for Android and Apple, gear for the ladies, for the fellas, for the babies, for children. I mean, we got all kind of stuff, man. We got little dog sweaters for your dog, little pet, all kind of stuff, man. I can't name it all. But we got hundreds of products available at the merch shops. You can check them out. And all the proceeds goes back into the platform to help us maintain what we're doing as we marching forward and providing quality content every day. So be mindful of that. Is that like the stylish hat I got on, the camouflage Brees, Drew Orleans hat? That is available there. It also comes in black. It comes in several different colors as well. If you're interested in it, hit those links up in the description section below and help out that by getting, some of the merch. And then let you know this is Take It Personal. The new shirt, which should be the motto for the season for the Saints, is Take It Personal. Take it personal these last garbage time years in the playoffs. Take it personal. And that should be what it is. And that should be on our mind all the time. So take it personal in that regard, man. So feel free to get that. Also, the new shirt, Don't Burn the Beans, available in several different colors and sizes as well, is available at the merch shop. So check it out. Also, let the family members know about Pro Radio. That's right. All of our shows in audio format. That's the Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys. The Pelican Post-Game Report, Ring King Boxing, and Tough Tiger Talk are all available in audio format at Pro Radio. The link is in the description section below for Pro Radio. Please feel free to sign up. The Pro Radio link in the description section. Patreon, if you like what we're doing. And you want to support us, feel free to go to Patreon, patreon.com/the PRO Media Network. Donate either $1, $5, $10, $20, whatever is in your heart to give to the platform to help keep the success of the platform moving forward. Also, be mindful of that there are locked content that you have access to as a Patreon member, where you'll be able to have locked content. The TSC Q&A live show we do every Tuesday at 6 o'clock. On Patreon, and our YouTube members get access to that. And that's also, as a Patreon member, you get an added show called On Q with Big Q, which is a political show. We talk about entertainment, politics, and really, really deep stuff about what's really going on in the world. We provide clips and audio, and all. We break down a lot of stuff there. 13 episodes are available now. So we got a lot going on. You can go to patreon.com/the PRO Media Network if you're interested. Also, let the family members know about our sponsor for the show. It's GetLifeMask.com, a local company. They have several different masks available. The Pelicans, LSU, and the Saints mask are available. And what makes these masks different than most masks is they have an adjustable clip on the side where you can adjust it for a grown-up face or a child's face. That's also a part of it. It's durable. It comes with a very strong and powerful filter that actually filters the air. The PM 2.5 filter slides in a nose clip in behind the mask, and that filter lasts for 3 months. So if you're interested in getting a life mask, you can get it and breathe easy. You can get 10% off it with the code The Sports Coma. The Sports Coma get you 10% off. And then finally, the Sports Coma Fantasy League. The Sports Coma Fantasy Football League is in full effect today. There are about, like 5 spots left. So if you remember, tomorrow's the draft. So you guys, if you're interested in it, you better get on it now before it's too late. The information for the Sports Coma Fantasy League is in the description section below. Click on there. You'll get all the information needs to sign up to the Sports Coma Fantasy League. So the winner of the Fantasy League gets $100. No runner-up prize this year, just prize for the champion. $100, and it's free. The Sports Coma Football Fantasy League is absolutely free. And what the heck? You can win $100 if your fantasy league skills are up to par. All right, family, and that'll do it for the Sports Coma today. Much love to all the beautiful Black and Gold family members in the live stream. I appreciate y'all for chiming in. Please hit the like button if you haven't hit it already. Please feel free to share the links in your social media feed. That helps out the show a lot as well. And hit the notification bell just in case we come back with an emergency show. If something was to happen and we want to brief you, we don't want you to miss out. Hit the notification bell so you be notified instantaneously of any moves that might happen that you might not know about, because we will be on it. So once again, thank the family members for joining us. Peace to all of y'all. Who that to y'all. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. And I'll see some of our Pelican Post-Game Report people later on in a few minutes. So who that to you. Love y'all. Be peaceful. And I'll see y'all later. I'm out.
Yeah. Well, all right. Like you always say, welcome, welcome, welcome. #1 sports talking D. We ain't like the Falcons, we won't blow the lead. Look, all we talk is who that, who got cut and who back. Rookies in the vets, players you should look at. It's the Sports Coma, you don't wanna miss it. Got the pre-game, party, post-game statistics. Get a visit from Sway, maybe DC or 5. It's the hottest thing smoking, Big Q and the guys. Go to YouTube Live, make sure you subscribe. Interviews inside the Saints locker room high. Talk to Drew, Jordan, Zach, Peyton, New Orleans, who that nation. Best believe when I say we bleed gold and black. Ain't a miracle or rivalry could ever hold us back. No, Beastquake, Bounty Gate, let the truth be told. It's the Sports Coma, all we know is say Super Bowl.